Coming up on the spring edition of Around Prince George's, the need for speed is a deadly problem. Who is over the limit on Indian Head Highway? Plus, ever wonder how mac and cheese came to the U.S.? Discover America's culinary founding father. And it's all about the championship vibes on Sportsnest. Then, the county's plastic bag ban. Who wins? Who loses?
I'm Florence Nelson.
I am Jaden Perry.
I am Isaiah Ogunyileka.
I'm Jasmine George.
Yo soy Isaac Lopez. I am Isaac Lopez.
I'm Stella Garner.
I'm Anthony Edwards.
And I'm Mattia Bryant. This is the award-winning Around Prince George's.
Each year, PGCC student elected leaders and lobbyists travel to Annapolis to voice their concerns to elected officials as part of the Maryland Association of Community Colleges Student Advocacy Day.
So I came to Annapolis to advocate for the operating budget based on the CADE formula, because I'm actually an international student. And we all know how difficult it is to live in the U.S. based on an immigration visa. And I myself have been having some financial challenges. And I believe I'm not the only one who is going through these challenges. There are other students like myself who are facing these financial challenges. And so for them to cut a $22 million from the usual funding, that doesn't seem fair. So that was why I was here today.
What you're doing today is so important because you need to tell your own story. And Brad mentioned that I'm on the Senate Education Committee. I'm also on the Apprenticeship Commission. And all of that goes together. Because what I find so remarkable about the community colleges are all the different pathways.
As students, our top concern for community colleges was for the state to continue funding our vital institutions.
I also came to advocate against the BRFA bill, which would take away key funding for our college.
I can't express enough how important it is for that funding to still be there, simply for the fact that we have so many people in need, and we have people who depend on these institutions, these public institutions, for this kind of help.
Covering Student Advocacy Day was really important as students. We made ourselves known, and for the state elected officials to know that we do care about our education. For Around Prince George's, I'm Florence Nelson.
Labeled by AAA as the Highway of Death, Maryland Route 210 serves as a transportation corridor to the nation's capital and surrounding communities. Now, as a proposed bill seeks to tackle ongoing safety concerns, neighboring communities are grappling with the urgent need for change. Let's find out who is over the limit on Indian Head Highway.
We have had way too many similar losses on Route 210. There have been so many grieving families, many of whom I have interacted with after a tragic accident has happened on this very road.
We've had a variety of fatalities, people hit, car crashes, etc., even before I moved into the community. So this is a well-known fact that 210 is a very dangerous highway.
Cars are going by me at incredible speeds and shaking my car. So I can't clock their speed, but I can feel their speed.
With speeds averaging over 150 miles an hour and over 70,000 commuters per day, legislative and community efforts continue to fight for safer roadways with speed cameras and a significant increase in speeding citations.
And there's traffic enforcement, and that's what we've been emphasizing. Unfortunately, the traffic enforcement that used to rely on has gone down because our police and our state police are so severely understaffed at the moment.
The camera initiative is just one of many tools in the toolbox. It is not a panacea, and we understand that, but it's one of the many tools that will help reduce the number of fatalities and crashes on 210.
But community members believe that it will take more than lawmaking efforts to lessen the risk of fatalities. They urge drivers to remain vigilant on their driving habits and prioritize safety on the road.
It changes your life when you don't have the ability to drive. It really does. When you have to catch public transportation everywhere.
I want to feel that I can do something to help make the place that my wife and I have decided to retire to a better place than when we found it.
My advice to drivers, young and old, the road to staying alive starts with you. What they say about reckless driving continues to remain true. Think of all of the innocent lives who will suffer because of you. For Around Prince George's, I'm Mattia Bryant.
Quincy Jones, a maestro of melody and rhythm, has made an indelible mark on the world of music. From jazz to pop, his compositions resonate across generations, inspiring countless fans worldwide. In a spectacular tribute to Quincy, with graceful moves and vibrant energy, our dancers express their admiration for Jones's timeless music. Come backstage and hear from Professor Kevin Vega about dancing for Quincy.
I wanted to create a dance concert that focused on jazz music, and coming across a Quincy Jones documentary on Netflix, I realized, in this one man, we had a great body of work that started through the jazz idiom and then moved up through, contemporary times. The fact that we are here at PGCC with our student body, and he is such a revelation and such an inspiration, and he really works well. We have 5 guest choreographers, and so each of them was tasked to choosing music of Quincy Jones and some of his arrangements that he created that inspired them through his jazz foundations, that he, built something truly remarkable, and something that, while he's still alive especially, we should be celebrating.
I'm honored to not only interview Professor Vega, but to have him as my modern dance teacher. Thank you, Professor Vega, for all that you do. I'm Phyllis Tucker-Saunders, reminding you that life is a journey. Enjoy the ride.
Are you looking for a winning college experience at the fraction of a cost? Come to Prince George's Community College and join our Mid-Atlantic Championship Owls. Score high, shoot your shot, and save money. Earn credits, certs, or a degree at PGCC. Be a part of our winning team. Come to an open house or register now at pgcc.edu. Championship vibes only.
On your pathway to success, which to me seems to get an incredible jump start by introducing the Commander-in-Chief.
I just got a phone call, said, hey, we're going to have someone here. We have a special guest, and we think you'll be the perfect person to do the introduction.
Mac and cheese, french fries, and ice cream. These culinary delights made their way here in the palm of a black hand. Hidden in American history, James Hemings was an enslaved African American. He was also a Paris-trained chef, laying the foundation for what is today fine dining in America. Meet the founder of the James Hemings Society, Chef Ashbel McElveen, a man on a mission to uncover the real face behind American cuisine.
I don't call myself a food historian, I'm just nosy. I will look in your mother's pots and say, what are you doing? What are you cooking? And I've traveled the world doing that.
His journey to spread the gospel of gastronomy led him to Prince George's, Maryland, the genesis of fine dining in America.
I'm grateful to be here and to be invited. Fine dining started here in the plantation houses by those enslaved cooks.
After screening his documentary, James Hemings, Ghost in America's Kitchen, Chef Ashbel stood alongside 4 other PGCC chefs as they gave guests a taste on their spin of the classic dish, mac and cheese.
A lot of what we contributed was misappropriated to the majority culture. This film really opened my eyes to, wow, the cookbook that is based on Black cuisine is accredited to folks that weren't even in the kitchen.
Hemmings was the enslaved chef of Thomas Jefferson and also his brother-in-law. He traveled to France with Jefferson and for 3 years sharpened the knife that was his culinary ingenuity and expertise.
When he went to that kitchen, it was like landing on the moon.
Although his freedom was just inches away, Hemmings decided to return to the U.S., sharing his delectable discoveries with the rest of America.
His story has and continue to teach us endurance. You were put in a position to feed people that abuse you. He had the opportunity to really just do it in love. Food brings people together, and it's through love, and that's what culinary is all about.
The story of James Hemmings teaches us every ingredient, entree, and spice on your plate carries a rich cultural history along with it. With Around Prince George's, I'm Jaden Perry.
Each year for the past decade, the college partners with Prince George's County Public Schools to host Student Media Day. And this time, they decided to switch it up. Now called Content Creator Day, our mass comm professors have leveled up their game with the new workshops and group challenges to help middle and high schoolers hone their media skills.
We didn't have podcasting in 2012 yet, as we know it today. Social media and branding are really the newer events that we are doing this year, which is relevant because that's what the students are into, and it will affect their future if they learn how to do it and learn how to monetize it.
Currently in social media, they're out creating content. We have students with side hustles. When it came to the television studio, they actually had a film production challenge. They had a certain set of lines they had to use and as many camera angles and shots as they could put into their creation.
My experience here has just been really full circle. Like, all these years later, learning about public relations and press releases, shout out Ms. Sanji, going through media, going through social media, audio, journaling, all that stuff. It's amazing because it continues to show the opportunities that we're giving our students so that they can do bigger things than I did.
Content Creator Day was a gateway for all students interested in media. Whether it was TV, audio, public relations, journalism, or social media, there was something to be learned here at this event. Everywhere I turned, there's creatives at work, and to all the content creators out there, I look forward to working with you. For Around Prince George's, I'm Isaiah Ogunyileka.
Afrofuturism. What does that mean? For Dr. Iyele Ichile and the Taratibu Youth Association, it means dance and poetry come together in a vibrant stage production about the past, present, and future of Blackness.
Our primary goal is to create spaces in which Black lifeways are affirmed. This is one such space tonight. We will affirm Blackness in the past, in the present, and looking toward the future. For us, like Taratibu Youth Association, justice is a top priority. You will hear stories and see presentations of ideas and concepts that are all wrapped around doing justice to the culture and heritage of people of African descent.
So what I that's what it's supposed to be.
With the Taratibu Youth Association, we use the arts, we use music, we use dance, we use poetry to teach African and African American history and culture.
Dance for me is an escape. I have a pretty busy life at 17. I go to an art school, so I'm there from 8:30 to 5, and then I have dance from 6:30 to 8 to 9 sometimes. I'm vice president of my church. I'm in the National Honor Society. I take care of my dog. So dance is an escape, it's a release, and it's also just a way for me to connect with myself and my spirituality.
To be able to dance, to be able to sing, to be able to do spoken word and poetry is a sense of freedom and an ability to express myself and teach these young girls the same avenue of expression that helps just retain a sense of who you are and understand your worth and your value and place in the world.
In Swahili, Taratibu means pattern, method, or organization, representing a connection between things, the unifying force between all members of the diaspora. Using their performances that are both educational and entertaining, Taratibu reaffirms that closeness between us all. For Around Prince George's, I'm Jasmine George.
Hello, my name is Therese Edemet, and I'm a dual enrolled student at Prince George's Community College, majoring in Information Technology and General Studies. Taking college classes as a 9th grader sounded intimidating, as I'd never done anything like it before, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. Despite the differences, I found a solid support system during dual enrollment. From my peers to my counselor and even the professors, it felt like a community rallying behind me. It's not a hand-holding experience. They won't let you slide with late submissions. It's not just about piling up credits, but a strategic move towards boosting your high school GPA, especially with the dual credit aspect. It's like having an ace up your sleeve when you need that extra push. Plus, the beauty is in the transferable college credits. Join us at Prince George's Community College today.
Class at College gives students a way to connect and grow profesionalmente y personalmente. I am an international student from Mexico. I am part of the ALUM newspaper and the Latino Student Association Club. Here at Prince George's Community College, there's a lot of clubs to join.
Part of what we do is to make sure that, Latinos have a voice in the county.
Café con Chisme was a tasty LSA event designed to help the rising numbers of Latinx students feel like we belong at PGCC. We got the chance to enjoy a rico y delicioso café with sweet breads and gossip about our school experiences. The ALUM Newspaper Club is open to collaborate with all clubs on campus to generate stories about student life. We traveled to Baltimore to enjoy the CIAA basketball tournament, and club members did a few interviews with the attendees.
Dean, can you just tell us a little bit about why it's important for us to attend CIAA?
Absolutely. So one of the things is that this tournament has always been hosted in North Carolina and Charlotte. So to have it in Baltimore, it was just no way that we could be here and not bring our students. The importance of this is for all of our students to see all of these amazing HBCUs and the talent that they have and kind of the exposure of it all. So we're thrilled to be here.
We hope that your students will be privy to the culture, the HBCU culture, and get to know not just about Elizabeth City State University, but all that CIAA has to offer.
Awesome, thank you.
Clubs are fundamental to college life. If you want to know more about clubs, visit the Office of Student Engagement or search clubs at the pgcc.edu website. For Around Prince George's Community College, yo soy Isaac Lopez.
It's election season. Are you registered to vote? After the last major election, studies found that almost 95% of registered citizens choose to vote, but less than 2/3 of the eligible population are actually registered. So, how important is it really to vote?
It's so important to vote because you have a voice, and as long as we have a democracy, the vote speaks for you, and you can't complain when you do not vote.
As soon as I turned 18, I started to vote because, even one vote counts as a very important thing,
A majority of Maryland residents can register to vote automatically when getting their driver's license. If you are unsure whether you are registered, you can check your registration status online. Not registered? Good news, it's easy. You can register online at elections.maryland.gov or by sending a registration form to your local election board.
And by all means, you have to get the League of Women's Voters Guide. They've been doing it for years. They have been a vanguard to make sure that your right to vote, and I'm old enough to remember when they sponsored the presidential debates. So the bottom line is, if you want objective knowledge, women have been doing it for years. So check out the League of Women Voters at Vote 411.
Maryland has same-day registration too, so you can get registered right at the polling place. Registration is just half the battle. When you get to the polling center, how will you know who to vote for? Websites like ballotready.org can help you check your registration, research the local measures and offices you'll find on the ballot, the candidates' stances on issues, and your local polling place. Want to continue to get out the vote? You can help by volunteering with organizations such as When We All Vote, Everyone Votes Maryland, or the League of Women Voters of Prince George's County. Happy election season. For Around Prince George's, I'm Stella Garner.
Can you talk about how it's impacted your life?
So as a student of computer science, it really helped me to get all the skills necessary in the IT field. I have first-hand experience, and it's my goal to make sure that our students get the best experience and the skills necessary in the 21st century.
Receiving the Promise Scholarship really holds a lot of merit in my brother and I's heart.
We knew that whatever we could do to provide and model what Prince George Community College has cultivated for us, we could go out and strive and provide for our community. Well, my brother and I, obviously being college students, we knew that during the spring semester was when a lot of students needed the most financial help.
And we're just so ecstatic to be able to give back to our community and to help those who we've traveled the journey with as well. Your path,
your passion,
your PGCC.
One would think a team full of freshmen and one sophomore wouldn't do well in the upcoming season. Well, Owls come different. The Lady Owls are a dynasty, winning their 3rd straight Mid-Atlantic District title and 4th straight Region 20 championship.
She just won another district championship. How you feeling right now?
I feel great. I waited for this moment. Like, I had to get back here. It was meant for us to come back, so that's what we're doing, 3P.
I'm thrilled. The women have won 4 straight Region 20 championships, and they thrive in the classroom. They move on to 4-year schools. We couldn't be happier.
I'm just overall blessed, man. We've had a lot of adversity with this team. We've had 4 torn ACLs, so this hasn't been an easy road. We brought it together, and we're big on Ohana, so family is everything to us. I'm just blessed to be able to experience this with them.
We just had to stick together, play together, and just trust in one another and trust in our coach.
They came with high hopes and high expectations, and they haven't run from that challenge at all.
Our baseball team and our men's basketball team was here to support the ladies, so it was a very good atmosphere. It's hard to lose in Novak.
The men's team had unfinished business to settle, as they soundly won their regional and district titles in Novak. This season proved that a championship-winning system guides all, no matter the experience.
We were down 11, we brought it back, ended up winning by double digits. How we get it done?
Once we settled down and start playing together, really moving the basketball and started defending, once we started being stingy on defense, that's when you seen the momentum of the game shift.
Jasir Trumbull, he was your leading scorer.
Him, Savion, Jalen Landis, those guys, they're big-time players. When the lights are the brightest, that's when our guys is going to step up and shine.
This team has a lot of will to win. When we lock up and play defense, we're a really hard team to beat, especially in Novak Fieldhouse.
How motivating is it when teams try to get in you guys' head and you go out there and beat them?
We just use it. We use it as motivation. We don't use it as we gonna go out there and fight. We gonna go out there and talk trash. We use that as fuel to the fire. And shout out to Savion Jackson and Avery Scott, man. They were here 2 years ago. I thank God that I got this team, and I thank God that, you know, I'm a PG Owl.
I just want to say that I'm very proud of you, son. Since you picked up a basketball, you have worked since day one, and it showed.
The Owls baseball team have closed the book on another season. We were able to sit with head coach and PGCC alumni Jordan Martinez ahead of our postseason opener.
Since I was an Owl, a lot of things changed around here. From the field to the athletic department has grown a lot.
Coach Martinez doesn't want to just develop good baseball players. He wants to be a part of the change here at PGCC.
I want to be here to help continue to grow it, to give guys like myself an opportunity to move on to the next level, baseball-wise and life-wise, period. Helping them move on to their careers and just make them better people.
Coach Martinez talked to us about the ups and downs the team faced this season and his ambition of winning another playoff game before the team travels to Pennsylvania in a regional matchup with the Community College of Allegheny County.
So the season, we had plenty of ups and downs, but my guys have came from behind a few times throughout the season to come back and get great wins. So moving into this playoff season, last year, we were kind of in the same situation, and last year being my first year, we won our regional. But this year, I plan to do the same thing.
The Owls did battle, but unfortunately, they lost their best-of-3 series to Allegheny College 2-1. For Around Prince George's, I'm Anthony Edwards.
The second class of the Prince George's Community College Hall of Fame was inducted at an awards ceremony in Dr. Charlene M. Duke's Student Center. Inductees include Dr. Bernie Smolin, men's soccer coach for 16 years. Debbie Alonji, class of 1975, played basketball, field hockey, and volleyball. Donna Linkus Hager, class of 1980, played basketball and softball. Kenny Eisenmenger, class of 1983, was an Owls soccer player. Price Williams, class of 1991, along with Alan Mitchell, class of 1993. Both played championship basketball where the Owls finished 3rd in the nation. Hector Vargas, class of 1996, played soccer for the Owls and was a 2-time first-team NJCAA All-American. Becky Preston Doris, class of 1999, played basketball, bowling, soccer, and softball. The Owls' only 4-sport athlete and 2-time Female Athlete of the Year in college history. William Gill, class of 2006, played basketball. And Asia Smith, class of 2011, played basketball and was a 2-time All-American. Congratulations to the inductees on their impressive athletic history. For Around Prince George's, I'm Taylor Moore.
Why pay for college when you can go tuition free? If you live in District 8 and certain parts of District 7, you may qualify for this new program. Starting spring 2024, I'm partnering with Prince George's Community College to give residents here a tuition-free education.
Equity is a commitment we make to our students, and community is at the heart of everything we do.
Upgrade your skills, train for a different job, or try something new. It's never too late. My mom is a great example.
I earned my degree at PGCC. Edward and I were actually in college at the same time. We believe education is the great equalizer.
And it's the heart of our vibrant community.
Take advantage of PGCC's state-of-the-art facilities, plus our top-notch faculty is dedicated to student success.
We are so excited to welcome you to PGCC.
Contact us for more information. Registration is now open. Visit pgcc.edu/go/scholarships.
I think my last year here was in 1990, and I carried a full load at the time. My success here, particularly in those classes, my photography courses and my business courses, are the reason I'm in business today. I was ready for the workforce as well as being an entrepreneur. I've had the opportunity to travel the world, most countries. I've also worked with President Barack Obama. My name is Fritz Blakey, and I'm a proud Prince George's Community College alum.
My name is Jaden Perry with the Around Prince George's. We're at PGCC's Largo campus, Duke's Student Center courtyard, giving out free PGCC eco-friendly bags and asking them about the recent Maryland plastic bag ban.
I think it's a really good idea, to reduce the amount of waste that's going around. You see a lot of litter and stuff like that, so I think it's really, really helpful.
I think it's a good idea to ban the plastic bags. My only issue is if the store's going to have us pay 10 and 15 cents for a bag to give us a sturdy bag.
I've been hearing about why we need to replace plastic bags for years now, and I feel like I've always agreed with it. But now that it's finally happened, it's taking a little bit of adapting, but I think I agree with it.
Do you think people should be charged for the paper bags that have been replacing the plastic ones?
No, actually, no.
Yes, for a minute, not for years and years. I say maybe a good year, not a lot, no more than 25 cents.
I think that's a good way to make sure people just remember to bring in their own bag.
And my thing is that it just be sturdy, because they want us to use them over and over.
It seems like the majority of PGCC students and faculty care about the environment and actually want to get rid of the plastic bags. But do we really want to pay for it? With Around Prince George's, I'm Jaden Perry.
All in all, the plastic bag issue is really good because there's less waste and garbage in our landfills. Good story idea, Mattia.
Thank you, Jaden. We also have these really cute reusable bags to not only rep our college, but also save the environment.
Yeah, I love these bags. They're really cool and reusable. But that's a wrap for another edition of Around Prince George's. Shout out to all the graduates and everybody who helped us with this edition. And with that, I say goodbye.